Magandang araw mga kabilang! Ngayon, ang pag-aaralan natin ay tungkol sa law of exponent. Before we proceed to our lesson for today, let's have first a drill. Yan, so we're going to evaluate this given. So in number 1, we have 2 cube. So ano bang ginagawa natin when it comes to exponent, diba? So si power, kung ano yung exponent, ganun beses natin karami i-multiply yung base to itself, okay? So let's answer. So we have 2 cubes, so ibig sabihin we're going to multiply 2 3 times to itself. So we have 2 times 2 times 2. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we have factors. So 1, 2, 3. Okay? So always remember kung ano yung exponent nyo, ganun karami yung factors nyo. So we have now, let's continue. 2 times 2 times 2, we have 8. So 8 is the answer. So let's have number 2. So we're going to multiply 3 4 times to itself. So we have 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. So, 4 na beses. So, kung titingnan natin, 4 na beses na ulit yung 3. So, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Kung bakit 4 na beses? Kasi 4 ang exponent. Let's continue. So, we have 3 times 3. 9 times 3, 27. Another 3 we have 81. So, the answer is 81. So, let's have given number 3. So, 4 squared. So, ibig sabihin, multiply 4 2 times to itself. So, we have 4 times 4. So, what is 4 times 4? We have 16. Yan. So, now let's talk about law of exponents. Okay, so we have 4. The first one is power of powers, 2 product of a power, 3 quotient of a power, and 4 law for zero exponent. So we're going to talk these 4 laws one by one. So now let's have the first law, which is power of powers. So if we have given with a to the power of n raised to m, it is equal to a raised to the product of n and m. So which means, when it comes to this law, ang ibig sabihin niyan, you're going to multiply the exponent. So let's have example. So in number 1, we have 2 raised to 3 raised to 7. So, for us to find the answer, ang gagawin lang natin, you're going to multiply the exponent. Okay? So, lagi niyong tatandaan, pag ganyan yung nakita nyo, you're going to get the product of the exponent. So, let's try to answer. Again, we have 2 as our base, and then you're going to multiply the exponent, which are 3 and 7. So, we have 2 raised to 3 times 7. So, we have 2. What is 3 times 7? We have 21. Therefore, the answer is 2 raised to 21. So, let's have another example. So, in number 2, we have x raised to 4 raised to 5. Again, when we are answering power of powers, just simply multiply the exponent. So we will have x raised to 4 times 5. So we have x. What is 4 times 5? We have 20. That's why the answer is x raised to 20. Let's have another example. So this time we have x raised to 100 raised to 3. Again, just simply multiply the exponent. Since ang exponent natin dyan ay 103, imumultiply lang natin. So, we have x raised to 100 times 3. So, we have now x raised to 300. So, this is now the answer. Ngayon, ang pag-usapan naman natin ay ang pangalawang law, which is product of a power. So, if we have this given, a raised to m times a raised to n, it is equal to a raised to m plus n. Please take note mga anak, when it comes to product of a power, laging same base lang. So, ibig sabihin, we can apply product of a power if we have given same base. So, for us to find the answer, just add the exponent. Again, for same base only. So, let's have example. So, in number 1, we have same base naman, diba? In number 1, we have given 2 raised to 3 times 2 raised to 2. Since we have given same base, dahil same base naman sila, so ibig sabihin, we can apply product of a power. So, we have, again, just add the exponent. So, we have 2 raised to 3 plus 2. So, we have 2. So, what is 3 plus 2? We have 5. So, the answer is 2 raised to 5. Again, when it comes to product of a power, kapag same base sila, just add the exponent. So, now let's have number 2. So, in number 2, we have given x raised to 5 times x raised to 12. Again, please check kung same base ba. Since same base lang sila, just add the exponent. So, we will have now x raised to 5 plus 12. So, what is 5 plus 12? We have 17, no? So, the answer is x raised to 17. So, let's have another example. So, in number 3, we have y raised to 55 times y raised to 45. So, just apply the product of a power. So, just simply add the exponent. So, we have y raised to 55 plus 45. So, we will have y. What is 55 plus 45? We have 100. So, therefore, the answer is y raised to 100. Ngayon, mga anak, let's have the third law, which is quotient of a power. So, according to this, if we have a raised to m over a raised to n, please take note again, same base, it is equal to a raised to m minus n. In short, just subtract the exponent. So, kung kanina nag-add tayo ng exponent, ngayon naman, iso-subtract natin yung exponent. So, let's have example. So, for example, in number 1, we have 2 raised to 5 over 2 raised to 2. So, again, just subtract the exponent. So, we have 2 raised to, diba? We have exponent 5 and 2. So, just subtract. We have 5 minus 2. We have 2 raised to 3. So, this is the answer. So, let's have example number 2. X raised to 25 over x raised to 12. Again, just subtract the exponent. So, we have now x raised to 25 minus 12. So, what is 25 minus 12? We have 13, no? So, the answer is x raised to 13. Let's have example number 3. In example number 3, we have y raised to 55 over y raised to 17. So, again, just subtract the exponent. So, we have now y raised to 55 minus 17. So what is 55 minus 17? We have 38. Therefore, the answer is y raised to 38. Let's have now the fourth law, which is law for zero of exponent. So when it comes to zero of exponent, in short, kapag ang exponent ay zero, always remember the answer is 1. So kahit gaano kalaki or kahit anong letter pa to, as long the exponent is 0, ang sagot ay laging 1. So for example, we have, yan, a raised to 0 nakalagay na dyan, no? So a raised to 0, we have 1. So let's have another example. So in number 2, we have 100 raised to 0. So the answer is 1. Okay, again, always remember, kapag ang exponent ay 0, ang sagot ay 1. So now let's have number 3. So as you can see, we have x raised to 0 plus y raised to 0 and c raised to 0. Okay, isa-isay natin. So if we have x raised to 0, sabi ko nga sa inyo, as long na ang exponent ay 0, the answer is 1. So we have x raised to 0, we have 1. So 1 plus y raised to 0, again, 1. Next, c raised to 0, the answer is 1. So we have 1 plus 1 plus 1. So the answer in number 3 is 3. Again, ito ang ating mga laws of exponent. So the first one, we have power of powers, wherein a raised to m is equal to a raised to the product of nm. Number 2, product of a power, we have a raised to m times a raised to n, it is equal to a raised to m plus n. Next, we have the quotient of a power, we have a raised to m over a raised to n equals a raised to m minus n. So as you can see mga anak, when it comes to the quotient of a power, just simply subtract the exponent. Product of a power, just add the exponent. And then last, we have the law for zero of exponent. We have a raised to 0 equals 1. So always remember, if the exponent is 0, the answer is always 1. Please try to answer this, okay? So please comment your answer sa ating comment section. So that's all for today. Thank you for listening. Goodbye mga kabilang!